Alright, Speedromizer community, I have just been informed that the next run of Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel is ready. We are fueled up and ready to go. Take it away.
Hello, Speedromizer community. Good morning. It is my honor to be the second run of today of weekend 2, day 2. I'm going to be running Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. And with me on commentary, we just heard him, we just saw him. If you want to introduce yourself once again, you're more than welcome to.
Yes, hi. I am Virtual QSO. This is the game that I normally run. He/him pronouns.
Yo.
I'll be doing commentary this time.
Yeah, so not doing the run. I am he/they. One thing I am going to add as well, since I won't be doing it instantly, however, because this game has Sonic 06 levels of load time, we are going to be, making sure that doesn't fall behind me, but we are going to be opening up this seal. I just ripped it a little bit right now so I can open it easier on stream, but we're going to be opening up for a Speedromizer first, the newest Digimon booster box set of BT25 Dual Revolutions. We're going to be opening up this entire booster box, every single pack, everything in there. So again, it is sealed, brand new, and we're going to be opening this through the run because again, and I will be showing off the packs as well, because again, this has Sonic 06 level of load times. It is very much a lot of loads. So with that being said, DJ, are we being a hero or are we being a villain?
Let me take a quick look and give it one last refresh.
Yup, unless somebody snipes it, I think I might know what we're going to be playing as.
Looks like it is the hero.
Awesome. So with that being said, I'm going to be picking Spyro as he is a hero, and I will be picking the newest skin we just picked up for him. Yes. When it comes to cards and everything else like that, it really does not matter from what I understand, since now we can change the kind of play style that we want. And I love the hovercraft. I'm gonna set us up real quick with the we'll go with the matching colors, why not? And then for stickers, we gotta I'm gonna put the Mexican flag because I'm, Mexican, and we're gonna go ahead and just turn on to the drift, as I like the drift class. Speed is considered like probably the best like driving style, but for me personally, I like drift. Drift is a lot more easier on me. So whenever we are ready on time, the moment I hit A, time starts. So whenever we're ready, I can just start the countdown. Correct, DJ?
Sorry, what was that?
I can just start no, you're good. I can just start the countdown whenever, right?
Yep.
Alrighty, sounds good. Alright, let's get ready. Alright, time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, and okay, it's alright. I have to redo everything. I was not on ready. My bad. Let me set everything up once again very quickly. I am so sorry.
Sometimes like the different controller layouts, if you play games on multiple platforms, sometimes the different controller layouts can throw you off. This game has the in-game controls are such that the buttons are the same in terms of position as they would be on the PlayStation, which is where the original version of the game was on. So like X is the bottom button on PlayStation, and that was what was acceleration there, and so they made B the acceleration button on this system.
Switch. Yes, because I am going to be running it on Switch too, so we have the fastest load times possible. So now for real, whenever we're ready, 3, 2, 1, go. And we gotta wait for this countdown, but we got another countdown for whenever we start time, but that's when time starts. So welcome to Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. It is a kart racer, kind of generic kart racer, but not even generic, because this one is a little bit more different. Basically the number one thing though is that for us to beat the game, we're going to be doing 4 races. From then the 4 races, we'll be doing 1 boss fight. After we do that boss fight, we then progress to the next world. There are 4 worlds that we have to 4 worlds that we go through. Each world has 4 races and 1 boss fight, excluding the final world, where the final world has 2 boss fights that we actually have to go through. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into Crash Cove. While we're doing that, I'm not going to open the pack yet, but I am going to open this seal off of this and open it up at least, because again, we have enough time to get ready for this, as again, this is a Speedromizer first where we'll be opening a booster box on stream, because I was thinking of ways that I can fill up this empty time during load screen. I'm not going to be ripping it yet because I only have 24 packs, so we have a lot of load screens to go to. But so first things first, we're going to get that boost there, and then we're going to start drifting. Drifting is pretty much the most important thing to the game, as it will it'll make it so we get a slight speed boost. And we want to keep this flame with us at all times. The flame is very important and very crucial. If we don't keep the flame, we're going to slow down a little bit, and obviously, of course, we want to go as fast as we can, and it'll lose us a little bit of time. So even on like these straightaways, we're going to try and find a way to drift, even if it's like just drifting in a straight line and not actually curving. That's the worst thing that could happen to me, as that's like right on my line of where I needed to go, so that is very unfortunate. So another thing that we have to deal with as well is we have to deal with these CPUs. The CPUs will be dropping items, and if they drop an item like in my way or anything, I kind of have to either improvise or kind of get ready on the fly to change some stuff around. So as you saw there, the TNT box was literally right in my line of where I wanted to be. So there was really not much for me to do other than accept it and kind of get it off my head before I could get blown up by that TNT. So as is your normal kart racer, there are 3 laps, make it to the end as fast as you can, and win. And as you can see, that is the end of first run, or of the first race. And I'm going to go ahead and open this box topper for the Digimon booster box, as each booster box has a box topper. We're looking for, from the box topper, I want a Bearmon for a friend. So let's see, a Cougarmon full art and a Gekomon full art. So we'll take that. Nice. Two cards that I can definitely use to trade to people for stuff. So I mean, I will take it, as those 2 cards are in the second best deck in the format right now. So one thing we should talk about is for the first 2 worlds, Aku will show up and try and give us tips and like, hey, this is how you play the game. We know how to play the game. We know how to drift. We know how to do a bunch of stuff. So Aku will show up every time, and we're just gonna skip his advice. So yeah, it's going to happen at the end of every single for the first 8 races of the game. Afterwards, he'll just stop. He'll stop because he's like, all right, you guys have enough information. You guys don't need any more help from me. So next we're going on to Ruse Tubes. This one is pretty straightforward, pretty linear. Now, there is a glitch that I do not know how to do, unfortunately, but basically, if I knew how to do it, it would actually it would cut this race time, like, incredibly. So, but again, I just do not know. Okay, I don't get the boost there, that's fine. Not too big of a deal, but we're just gonna go ahead and start drifting. I guess one thing I should explain is how to make the drift perfectly. If you see at my bottom right hand corner, I have like a little gauge that has the little combo meter. The moment it makes it up to the kind of like 3rd line right there, we're gonna hit the drift button again. So it's a lot different than most like in Mario Kart drifting, because a lot of people, when they think about kart racers, they think about Mario Kart and drifting, where in that you're gonna wiggle your stick left and right to get like a boost. But for this, we're gonna go ahead and just tap the drift button again. So you either press L or R to drift, and whichever button you didn't press will be the second button you will press to make the drift. So as you can see right now, we're actually doing really good. Depending on how fast we go, we could potentially lap everyone else, which is kind of what I'm hoping for right now, is that we can hopefully lap some people here, because I think it'd be really cool to show that like how fast we're going compared to everybody else, which we're actually getting really close to lapping somebody. So that is more possible than than some might think. And I think we're gonna lap somebody, I hope. Oh yeah, we're lapping a ton of people. Oh my god. There we go. And that is Ruse Tubes. Pretty fast, pretty straightforward, and to the point. So now another load screen. Again, literally we enter a race, load screen. We exit a race, load screen. It is load screen after load screen after load screen after load screen. Really not much for us to do to skip this. On every console, it's just the load times are crazy. So I have the Switch 2 myself, so I'm able to run this on the Switch 2. And even with the Switch 2 load times, it is still incredibly, it takes a hot second. So again, it's just a matter of like, we can sit here for a minute and then other times we can't. So on to the third race, which I believe is considered one of the harder tracks, especially for beginners. If I'm not mistaken. No, not yet. It is
one of the harder tracks from the early part of the game, at least.
Yeah, early part of the game. It is not this one. It's going to be the next one, I believe. But there, yeah. So again, this is a really fun kart racer compared to all the other kart racers. And I know DJ has Animal Kart Racing, and we'll say that that's the better kart racer, and I would have to agree with him on that. But listen, it's not Speedromizer unless you bring the propaganda up. It's a must-have, a must-do. So now we're gonna now we're in here, and nope, I didn't get that jump. Okay, so we want to jump on that turtle there to make this cut right there, but since I not only missed the jump but also even I also missed just the cut entirely, we aren't gonna go for it. So this map here is pretty much kind of Drift City. If you would want, ooh, hit a fireball. It's pretty much Drift City here. We want to like make sure we don't hit any of those fireballs that are going up and down. As you saw earlier, it slows us down, and we want to make some cycles here if we can. If we can make these cycles, then we don't have to worry about a lot of stuff. And I'm bumping into everything right now. The turtles are kind of on a global timer, if I'm not mistaken. All right, we're gonna try and do it again here. There we go, much better. All right, cool. I didn't get the hop that we want, so we can like skip a bunch of it. However, I was able to still make the cut. Ooh, I should have just kept going forward. It's okay. So that's one thing that like you need to be kind of good at when it comes to like, I mean, it applies to any kart racer, obviously. You have to be able to improvise on the spot whenever like you mess up a line that you're trying to go for. And right there, I just didn't improvise, unfortunately. But there are a few different types of flames if my commentator wants to talk about them, because I don't have enough knowledge about that. But yeah, my commentator wants to talk about the different types of flames we can get.
Yes, so
take it away.
So there are three visible levels of flame. There are like more nuances they're more nuanced in the programming, but it's harder to tell the difference. But the first level is just from the drifting. You can see that the flame is a bit weaker. It's still faster than going without any boost, but the second level is what we have right now from hitting a green boost pad. And you can sustain the highest level of flame that you get as long as you continue your drifting. That's a bit of a simplified version, but you can carry that flame for the higher level flames as long as you keep drifting. And then later on in the game, there's a blue flame which can be carried the same way, but is so much faster and harder to keep and keep control of.
Oh yeah, I will do my best to do it. I think one thing I will say as well, I forgot to say this at the beginning of the run. If at any moment I fall off the map, I will be donating $1 to QMUNITY and to Speedromizer, as later on there's a high likelihood that I will be falling off the track a lot. But anyways, so now we're going on to one of the harder levels of the first few stages here. especially just because of how tight the cycle is that we're going to be wanting to hit. And it's Sewer Speedway. I could not think of the name. I've done this run a few times already, and I still don't know any of the tracks names. So I'm going to ask for a little bit of quiet time for this, as I'm going to try and hit a specific jump on a ramp that will let me get high enough. And on top of that too, I also need to make sure I hit I hit the cycles I need to hit, as they're going to be barrels going up and down these ramps. And if I hit them, they cancel literally all my momentum, and I have to start up a drift again. So again, I'm going to try and focus a little bit and try and give as much commentary as I can while doing this. So I'm going to drift there. We're going to take this side. I messed up my drift. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and take this. Ooh, okay, that's actually really good that I got that as an item. So now, nice, we got it. Woo! And I instantly messed it. Yep, I instantly messed up by bonky, but that's okay. All right, that was the first one. We have to do that all 3 laps. So it's going to be a bit tight, but I do have the speed boost item for right now that I picked up in first place. So if I hit barrels or like that, I can just use it to try and keep my speed up again. So, all right, that was lap 1. Going to lap 2, kind of same idea. We're gonna go ahead and try and hit it. Oh, okay, this is gonna be a little weird. No, I won't be able to do it, unfortunately. I do not have the drift, or I don't have the speed for it, unfortunately. We're gonna have to take the long way around. That one hit me, right? Yeah, okay. All right, so didn't get it the second time. Oh, okay, we're barely making that cycle. Nice. And now we have to hit, I'm gonna try and hit this third one for the people, by the people. 2, 3, there, turn, that, jump, 1, 2, 3, and we hit it. Nice. Okay, 2 for 3. I'll take it. And I'm still gonna get hit.
Oh.
It's okay. We at least made it 2 for 3, and hitting that is a lot harder than it seems, as we have to, because it's not just us running up the ramp with enough speed, we're also jumping at a specific point, so we have enough height to make it. And again, it looks really straightforward. It's just like, oh, you just go up the ramp and that's it. No, we are pressing the jump button, which would also be our drift button, at the correct time to get as much height as we can. If we're too early, we won't make the jump and we'll just like hit the wall that's right there. If we're too late, we won't get the jump at all, and we'll just barely make it and then still hit the wall. So it is a really tight jump that we have to make. We do need a little bit of speed at least. That's why the second time, since I didn't have like any type of like flame or anything like that, I just didn't go for it, as it just didn't make sense for me to go for it. I could have tried, but I still would not have made it. So now we are going to be introduced to Rue, but we're just going to go ahead and skip. So Riper Rue, and we're going to go to Rue's Tubes and basically do the same race that we just did literally a few races, like a few maps ago. So DJ, if you have any announcements, as this is going to be pretty much the same thing that we just did, by all means, go ahead. Now is the perfect time for any announcements, anything, as you have 3 laps to talk about anything.
So, don't have any announcements per se. I would like to point out that we are $2.81 or 81 cents from $1,700 even for QMUNITY.
Make it happen.
And I would like to point out that we do have volunteer signups every time we do one of these. And you're probably thinking, well, I've never done, hosting. I've never set up anybody. We will teach you. If you would like to help us set up for these events, I would highly recommend checking out our Discord at speedromizer.live/Discord to stay up to date and be first to get first to see announcements when we have these, as well as draft lotteries, submissions, all of that. Come check us out on Discord. We would love to have you as part of this event, even if it's your first time. I have somebody in chat asking, how many packs did we miss?
I have not opened a single pack yet, as I am going to be opening them after the second world, roughly, because again, there are too many load screens. As I did the math in my head, so there are 16 races that we have to do. So 16 minimum, and we enter one and exit one race, right? So that will be a total of 32 load times in general. And that also, and I didn't even count the bosses as well. So with the extra bosses, which are 5, add an extra total of 10, because 2 for going in and going out, there are a total of 42 load screens that we have to sit through. And I only have 24 packs. So to kind of make it at least spread out a little bit, we're gonna do it after the second world. After the second world, it'll be pretty much kind of everything straightforward to the point. There really won't be much to talk about during the load times. But right now, we are going to be going ahead, and I'm going the completely wrong way. I always hate going from world 1 to world 2, as it's not like direct like any of the other worlds. We have to do a lot of like moving around the map. And then I also found this out. Well, not even found out like per se like I found it, but I did find out that it is actually faster, if I'm not mistaken, to go here into Tiger Temple first. So now we're on to Tiger Temple. This is the second world here. Another 4 races. After 4 races, fight a boss. After the boss, move on to the next world. Again, it's very repetitive, but it is a very easy and fun run to learn. Anybody can pick up this run, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. This is by far, like, if you know kart racers, if you've played Mario Kart and you think you're good at Mario Kart, like really, really good at Mario Kart, definitely pick up CTR, as CTR is quite possibly going to be very fun as a kart racer. So, one thing, ooh, I did not get that item. That's not good. That's not that good. One thing about Tiger Temple, we need an item. We need an item, and we need to get the right one, as we need to take a cut specifically. Nope, I can't throw that forward. Nope, okay, so you see that golden door we just passed by? That is a shortcut right there. We want a specific item that will be able to knock that door down. If not, yep, these TNT boxes, can't use them. We're going to kind of cycle through the items to try and hit what we need. Now, I know World Record has this very like cool trick that kind of is like out of bounds. Yeah, I don't know how to do that, and I did not take the time to learn it. And this is the item we wanted here. Anyways, I did not take the time to learn it, and I don't want to try to do it on stream, because again, I have not even taken the time to figure out how it works. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw the item forward, and as you can see, we're going to cut that big kind of turn that we did last time, and it'll save us a few seconds. I'm going to place that there, as again, we need the potion bottle, if I'm not mistaken. I think we could use the shield as well, as we can throw the shield forward, but we need that kind of potion, because that's not good. As the potion is kind of it's kind of like this game's like shell, like like green shell, if I'm not like, if like a good comparison for it is it's just like the green shell. And unfortunately, we were only able to make the cut once, as I didn't pick up that first item, so I could not cycle through items enough. We're gonna have to take the turn, unfortunately, but yeah, and of course I get it now that I don't need it anymore. It's just kart RNG, like kart racing RNG. What can you do about it? No, you know, like during time trials, whenever you go and like, let's say you want to do time trials for this game, and you come into Tiger Temple, yeah, that door is constantly always down, so you're able to practice it, right? But the moment you get into the race, the door is pulled up, so you have to use that potion item. You gotta chuck it at them at the door first to knock it down. From knocking it down, then you can go ahead and make it through. So yeah, it's a little annoying that unfortunately we don't get like access to that. We don't have like a a surefire access to that door. But I mean, I get why, because if you had sure access to that door in your first place, then yeah, no, it would be messed up. And I am going the completely wrong way because I messed up the mini map a little bit. LOL. I think that's another thing too that I really want to talk about is as well is like the mini map and knowing where to go. If you look at the mini map on the screen, like on the right hand side of the stream, you'll see kind of like those little like blue dots that are flashing. That's where you need to go. That's the next race you need to go to. And if you try and go into any other race, Wampa will come up to you and tell you, or the mask, I forget his name. I don't play Crash, unfortunately, but Mask Man will go, hey, you can't do that yet. You need to go do some more races. And that we'll lose a lot of time for that. So we basically don't want to like go somewhere where we will be told, hey, you're going the wrong way. As again, it loses time, and we don't want to lose time here. We want to go as fast as we can, this is Speedromizer, where it is the event where the run you submit is not the run you will be showcasing. So with that being said, Coco Park is pretty straightforward. There's really nothing special to it. It's just us kind of making sure we hit the right lines and making sure that we can, like, you know, keep our flame as much as we can. And after that, yeah, it's pretty much it. So again, DJ, if you have anything you want to talk about or bring up, go for it.
Actually, I do have a donation.
Awesome.
Pull that up real quick. I have a $25 donation from Sajochi, no comment provided. But thank you for that, my friend. And that does put us over to $1,723.19 for QMUNITY.
Let's go!
Go.
Woo!
Now, even though 1,700 is a big milestone, I believe in chat. We have the entire day still to go. And not only do we have the entire day still to go, but we have an entire Sunday to go. I believe that we can make it not only to 1,800, no, not even to 1,900. Nay, I think we can make it to 2K by the end of Sunday. I believe in the chat. I believe in everybody. Share the word, spread the link, show the stream, donate what you can within your capabilities. See if your employer will match your donation, but we can make it to 2K. If we're already at 1,700 at literally the beginning of the day of day 2 of weekend 2, we can definitely hit 2K at the end of day 3 of weekend 2, which is tomorrow. I believe in the community. I believe we have such a strong community here. There's no way that I do not think we make it to 2K. So, that being said, we beat Coco Park, and again, we are gonna get some lovely advice from Aku, and we're just gonna skip it. Again, there's no reason for us to. I mean, like, if you're new to the game, and then yeah, he gives out some pretty good advice. But if you've been playing the game enough and know what to do, then yeah, there's really no reason to kind of listen to his advice, unfortunately. But with that being said, we're going into Papu's Pyramid. Now this is I'm actually going to bring this up. This is where we're going to be doing the first kind of like little, I guess, trick or tech per se. It's called brake drifting, if I'm not mistaken. If my commentary wants to talk about it while I focus on it a little bit, that would be greatly appreciated.
Yes. So normally when you press the brake button under any circumstances, when you're at any time when you're touching the ground, pressing the brake button will cancel your flames immediately. But if you're holding backwards on the control stick, while you do that, you can use the brake button to take a sharper turn than even drifting while still maintaining your flame.
Oop, I did not jump there. My bad. But yeah. So yeah, we basically if we like brake while like drifting, we can make really sharp turns, and that's actually how we make these turns here up on the pyramid, climbing up. As you can see, I jump, drift, jump, brake, jump, brake, jump, brake, and hit this boost pad here. So it's also really good because it lets us make really sharp turns that we would normally probably never hit. And I did not have enough speed for that. I don't know why I went for that. Okay, we're still ahead, so we'll be fine. If for whatever reason I have to ever redo a race, I will donate $10 to communities. So, yep, there's the trick. We want to basically skip that entire turn. And now I did not execute it perfectly because I did not hold the back button. So I think this is a really big thing I should also talk about as well too. A lot of runners run the game and use the D-pad on the controller. Again, a lot of runners play on PS5 and PS4, and they're able to use the D-pad. And using that D-pad on the PS4 and like PS5 and stuff is really easy because of how like separate it is from. We got it, nice. Ooh, that was actually kind of the perfect one. Oh my god. But basically, they use the D-pad, and I'll showcase it. They'll use the D-pad, right, to basically make their turns and everything like that. However, because it feels very uncomfortable on my fingers and hand to do it, I run on the control stick. So I'm not able to hold the back button. However, because the Switch 2 Nintendo Pro Controller has these little back buttons, I don't know how easy it is to see, but they have these little back buttons. I can map those back buttons to whatever button I need them to. So I map them to the down on the D-pad. So I try my best to press the down button whenever I do that air drifting. But unfortunately, I can't do it well enough, and I've practiced it already a few times. I still just can't make it. So, but yeah, so that's gonna be pretty much used to make a. How was I close enough to that door? You must come in first place. Okay, sure, Aku. I guess I was too close to that door. But so yeah, that's like another big difference is for like between me and a lot of runners. I use the control stick, as it is a lot more easier for me to use the control stick over the D-pad personally. So again, it kind of comes down to personal preference because the D-pad isn't really mapped to like a specific like thing that happens in the game. So you can use the D-pad to make your turns and like to do everything like that. So. Also, one thing I should mention to like a casual viewer who has probably played Crash Team Racing is like, wait a minute, where are the track previews? Like, because you know, whenever you enter a track, you will always hear that you will always see like, oh, this is what the track is gonna look like. You're probably wondering, where are those for this game? Like, where are they for the run? And funny enough, you can actually just turn those off in the settings. So we basically don't have to mash the skip button for it at all. We just skip the literal kind of track introduction and instantly get put onto the countdown. So if you hate having to sit through the track introduction, by all means, turn them off in the settings. A lot of people don't like to slip through those. Also, I hate this map. I'm just gonna put that out there. I hate this map. The water makes it very uncomfortable for me to kind of make my turns and make my lines and stuff. Like I have sat down and I have tried to practice this track for like 20 to 30 minutes, and I have still yet to figure out how to perfectly like take the water section. And I have watched runs, I have watched time trials, I have done every type of research I can to try and figure out what to do. And unfortunately, I still don't know how to do it. I guess that was probably my best attempt at it. But again, like I said, I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out that water section. And again, not a big fan of it. So, but this is the last track of the second world. And after this, after we beat the boss, I I will then start to open up packs. So if you've been waiting for this pack opening, if you've been waiting for this booster box to get opened up right here, that we have right here on stream, we're going to be opening up next. So after this boss fight. So just wait. But I haven't opened up any packs yet. We're going to get to it right after the second boss fight. Because again, there are so many load times. And I thought that I could open enough packs to fill up everything. But then I did the math. No, I unfortunately can't. So I have to kind of kill a few of the first like load times with just talking about the game enough, and I think it's also fair enough too, since we're just barely getting into the game and we're still learning kind of some of the basics. So now we're going to we're doing Papu Papu's challenge, and we're going to Papu Papu's temple. One thing that I should mention about the boss as well too, the bosses have unlimited items. They'll just put these items out like it's nobody's business. They'll just 1 item, 2 item, 3 item, 4 item, 5 item. They just constantly have the items. And as you saw when I was going through Rouge's tubes, I was getting to a point where I was about to lap them. And as you saw, there was a bunch of TNT crates everywhere. So I don't want to try and lap them if it can be helped, because if of course I get eaten by that. All right, I'm gonna have to lock in for a second because now we're gonna be a little bit behind on. Oh my god. It is super unlucky. I will say my lines are not the greatest right now because I have to accommodate for having all these items on the floor. I'm just gonna start chucking these at him though, as they're gonna help me. Yep, we're just gonna blow him up, and I'm not gonna make that jump because I don't have a flame. I don't know why I went for that. Okay. I will say, the first time I did this run, Apu Apu was the first run, or the first race I lost to. So, we're gonna hopefully... Okay, we're catching up now. Okay. We're ahead. Okay. What was... Oh, God, I'm getting Mario Karted in a non-Mario Kart game. This is actually starting to annoy me a little bit. Yeah, so as you can see, if these boss fights just get in your way the slightest, or if they're in first for a while, you taking your lines become a lot harder than what they need to be. So, okay, I'm ahead enough. I'm going to go ahead and go for the jump. There we go. Nice. We make it. All right. We are safe enough where even if I get eaten up and I fall off again, or if I get eaten twice, I'm far ahead enough where it does not matter, I believe. So, yeah, so I'm seeing on the minimap, yeah, we're fine. We should be fine. Copium. Yeah, we're fine. Copium, it's fine. Copium. Okay, that's not that good. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And yeah, I see. Yeah, even if I don't make this jump here, we're fine. Yup. Oh yeah, we're so mega fine. That jump saves so much time, and the CPUs always make that turn. They don't even go for that jump. So okay, cool. Whew. A little unlucky on a lot of stuff there. But we still made it. My lines. Me getting in through that first one really threw me off a little bit, but we're here. We're fine. We're going. We're schmoovin'. All right, so after the moment we enter this next track, I'm going to open up the first pack. So I'm actually going to move this down here closer to me, as trying to pull the packs from that box right there could potentially knock over everything that's behind me, and I do not want to have an avalanche of boxes on me. So we're going to go ahead and go into Blizzard Bluff, and we're going to go ahead and open the first pack of Speedromizer 9 for Dual Revolution. I kind of have to be fast about it a little bit here. All right, first pack already going well. Got a Wanio. I have no idea what these cards are, but I am gonna look at the last 2 cards. Yep, a bunch of commons, as every pack does have, and I believe these are the last 2 cards. So we got an Aegiacusmon Blue and a Crestmon. Not too shabby, and right on time for the race to start. So that was the first pack of many more. We have 23 packs afterwards now. So let's get into it. Okay, so one thing about this track right here, No, I'm not gonna be hitting it for the first lap at least. So straight ahead right there where I'm kind of pointing at, I'm not gonna go for it. But if we have enough of a flame and enough speed, we can actually jump the gap and not have to do that turn at all. I'm gonna do my best to try and get it, but it just requires me to make sure that I have my flame and that I basically don't lose the flame at all. So there's a tight window that I can, or like a tight little like crevice right there that I can cut to make that jump, or to make to go a little bit faster, but I'm not gonna go for it. So I don't think I'm gonna try. I should not have tried for it. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna back it up and then just, okay. Yeah, I did not have enough of a flame there, so we're gonna lose a little bit of time because I tried to go for it but did not have it. So all right, let us try and hit it on the third lap, as it is very, very tight. If I don't have any type of flame, no nothing, it becomes incredibly harder to do. So let's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I think we have it. 1, 2, 3. Nope, I do not. That is so unfortunate. And we just get placed here. Could not show that off. That is a little sad. Wish I was able to get enough speed. I don't know why I didn't get enough speed every time. I think I might have been a little off on my drifting. But we're so ahead that even missing it just doesn't matter. A little unfortunate we couldn't showcase that, but that's okay. It's Speedromizer. Stuff happens all the time. So now we're gonna mash A little bit and on to the second pack. Oh, that opened up a lot more easier. So again, a bunch of holo cards, or a bunch of just commons, you know, Digimon commons, eggs, option cards, the Digimon, maybe a tamer here and there if you know anything about Digimon. All right, so the first card of the holo is Murasamemon, and the final card, a Grapleomon. Two cards that are actually used in probably the some of the best decks in the format right now. So again, we'll take it for I don't play those decks because I don't play super broken decks, but I will take it so I can trade and hand it to people who are trying to build those decks. So we'll take that. Nope, I'm going this way. Okay. So I want it to be known, I have not tried to make a Ooh, what the? Okay. And am I? Okay. Come on. Come on, Spyro. Come on. Come on. There we go. And now onto the next pack again right after. I don't know why why we didn't enter the gate and why he was being so annoying to get in there, but next pack, just a bunch of commons. I'm looking. There are no god packs in this compared to Pokemon, so. All right, and I believe we're the last two cards. So a Dan Yuki and a 4-art card, a Rebootmon. It is the SR of the box, one of the SRs. I forget what the rates are for these boxes, but all right. Now on to probably the most annoying track in the entire game. There's some shortcuts that we can do. But unfortunately, not only do I not feel comfortable trying to go for it, and I have practiced it, and every time I go for it, I mess it up. So I'm not going to go for it, but it's so that we can skip this spiral right here. So I would want to, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do a bunch of brake turns. As you can see, I like stop at all my forward momentum. I'm going to slow down a little bit so I don't run into that part right there. But yeah, as you can see, they're still behind me. Typically in every other like kind of track, we're like so far ahead where even if they try and catch up to us, it won't matter. But for that first lap, it's pretty tight as we slow down a lot on that loop. Just because again, so the way you're supposed to go is you're supposed to go where that minecart is, and if you get enough speed, you can jump off of the rail and make it back onto the track right here, towards the top of the spiral. And again, I have tried it a few times. Unfortunately, just cannot get the hang of it. So I'm not even going to try and attempt it, as we're on a pretty decent pace right now. Not PB pace. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I am on PB pace. I don't know. But we are on a pretty solid pace. I will say, me not entering that this portal might have slowed us down a little bit, but it is a-okay. Can I make it? 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 I barely make it. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool.
Hey.
Yup. That was a little... Oh, okay, come on now. Yeah, as you can see, our best lap was 36 seconds there, so... Alright, on to the 4th pack here. And that one did not open up as gracefully. Thankfully, I have a little bit of time afterwards, so we got a bunch of just commons, Toy Agu, Angemon, Mars, Marimon, I think is what his name was. Again, I can't see the cards from the camera, so I'm just reading them off as I pull them up. So we have a Great Grizzlymon, and the final card. Ooh, this is actually really good. Well, it's a good card, but nobody ever plays it because there's better cards out there. But this is a dual option card, a Shine Greymon Burst Mode dual option card with Final Shining Burst. Very good pull. And again, it is a very decent card. However, in that deck, there are better cards that you'd rather play than that one, unfortunately, which is really sad, but it is what it is. All right, on to the next pack, again, right after we just opened one. Again, there are a lot of load screens, and some of these are back-to-back, so opening up some stuff, just getting some packs, just, the commons. We're just going to get the commons out the way, as there are always 2 holos at the end of each pack. So we have a Callismon, and then we have another Masemon, I believe is his name. I don't know his name, if I'm going to be honest. I just know it's man who makes me regret playing against the Glowing Dawn deck. Anyways, we are on to the next track here, and it's kind of, if I'm going to be honest, the kind of like the idea to a lot of these tracks are do you know how to drift, bro? Because we just have to make sure that we're drifting and that we can make them that we can take the turns properly. And if we can make these turns properly, we are all set. So as I almost fall off. So the only kind of big crucial part here is making sure that we make this jump here, which we typically can, and we do. Nice. And this is actually the first track that we can actually get a blue flame. It's going to be at the very end right here. I'm going to make sure I don't jump over this. And yep, as you can see, we have the blue flame, and I instantly lose it. That's lovely. But besides that, there really isn't much more to talk about. So DJ, if you got any announcements, now's the time.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to find the mute button. I was trying to find the unmute button. So, no new announcements right now, but for those of you that are just joining us and clicked on Crash Team Racing wondering what this is Speedromizer, the charity marathon with a twist where what you submit is not what you run. The way it works is you submit a game or sign up for a game, and we give you another person's submission to learn within 3 months' time and then run in a marathon setting for the first time. If this sounds like an interesting concept to you, I would highly recommend checking out our Discord at speedromizer.live/discord. Back to you.
Yep. Unfortunately, didn't make that second jump there. It's okay. It's we're 1 for 2 on the jump, so we have a 50% success rate right now. If we can make that last jump I'm fine with having a 66.6 repeating success rate, if I'm not mistaken, if that's what 2/3 is. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a math. Well, I know math, but I don't know percentages and stuff like that. So right there, we're just kind of also, I forgot to mention that we're making a little bit of a cut there. It's not like a super massive cut, but we just cut it. We just basically kind of cut that turn so we don't have the likelihood of running off the stage. As if we run into the water, yeah, we're toast. Also, I probably should mention, when I got eaten by those planes, I'm going to count those as falling off. I believe I have fallen off a total of 4 times now, if I'm not mistaken. So $4 is coming to Speedromizer already. So hey, we take those. So on to the next pack, as we got another load screen. These are opening up. Some are opening up easy. Some are not opening up very easy. So some more comments. Let's see. All right. We're on to the rares, I think. One more card. Okay. Clavis Angemon that you don't play at all. And a Great Grizzlymon. Nice. Again, the best hit so far has been not only that Reboot Mon, but this Shine Greymon here that we have gotten. So those have been the best 2 hits. Now there are more hits that we are supposed to get in the box. So the box isn't like officially like in the sense like dead where there won't be any more hits. And I am jumping from like side to side, so it's not like I'm just dedicating to one side of the box. So into Tiny Arena, and oh, what's that? Another pack! Woohoo! All right. So we just got some more commons, nothing too exciting. And then I believe, oh, I accidentally, yep. Black Gato, which is used in the best deck, unfortunately. And a Mirage Galgamon. But yeah, Black Gato is used in the best deck in the format right now. So, I mean, I'll take that. I already have the cards I need for myself to build that deck. So, but yeah, so we're on to this track here. And if you know anything about Mario Kart, this is basically the Wario Stadium of the... I accidentally hit the drift button twice on accident. But anyways, this is basically the Wario Stadium of the game, where we're in a stadium and there's dirt and mud and everything like that. And it's a villain stadium, how like Wario is the villain in Mario, that he gets his own stadium. This is tiny stadium, villain's stadium, and it is a very long track. This track is very much a just keep your lines, go as fast as you can, and that's pretty much it. I'm not aware of any like super massive skips in here, but yeah, so there's really not much to bring up during this one, as like I'm gonna be making some jumps so I can try and keep my flame, so I can keep going as fast as I can, but besides that, I guess now would probably be, I mean, we have a bunch of load times to come up, but before I hand it off to DJ, as you can see, we're still on lap 1 and it's a minute elapsed pretty much. But before I pass it off to DJ, I do just want to give some shout outs. First of all, to my coach, who has been very helpful and very even earlier today was like, hey, there's some things that you can do real quick last minute, and so he gave me some last minute, like some stuff from the run I showed him. So want to give a huge shout out to my coach. Want to give a huge shout out to the Crash Team Racing Discord. Even though I didn't interact with you guys enough, you guys from instantly were like, yeah, like if you have any questions or anything, feel free to let us know and we can maybe answer them. So those are fantastic people. Want to shout out family, friends, and everything like that, all the people who are supporting me. Shout out to my 2 partners, love them both very dearly. And shout out, since I'm opening the packs for it, shout out to the Digimon TCG and everybody I play with. You guys know who you are. Southside, Digi, you guys know exactly who you are. That's as much as I'm going to say, because I don't want to put people on blast that don't want to be put on blast. And yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, and I guess I should to Apple Zora and to Con Radical. Those are my 2 best friends, and I've been very busy with not only this but a bunch of other stuff, and they have supported me throughout everything I've been doing recently. So, and I could not be doing stuff like this without the support of friends and family. And of course, shout out to Tech Team, DJ, and everybody behind the scenes who is making this stream and marathon event possible. If it weren't for them, we could potentially just be sitting, like, we wouldn't be here raising money for community for a great cause. And honestly, I always love doing this event. This event is so fun, learning a new game within 90 days and showcasing it if I am able to. So but yeah, so huge shout out to everybody behind the scenes, and DJ, if you have any announcements while I'm finishing up this lap, now's the time.
I did want to interject. You left somebody out, and that's shout outs to you for learning this game, because like I said, it's like this community wouldn't be the community without runners like you or supporters like you.
Oh yeah, I mean, if it weren't for DJ, we would not be here with the idea anyway. So huge shout out again to the team and to everybody putting everything up, because if it weren't for them, I would not be running the wackiest games ever. So all right, load screen time. You know what that means? A bag. And no, this was not, and me getting this box was not an excuse to open packs, right? Before anybody starts to say, oh, you just wanted to open packs because you wanted to open packs. No, because of load times. They take a long time. All right, on to the rares. Flaremon and a Grappleomon. Wow, we have gotten almost like 0 hits. All of these hits have to be at the bottom of the box. I'm hoping we get some good hits. There are some cards that I know are like really expensive, and the moment I see them, I am sleeving it up so fast, but I don't know if we will hit it or not. Also, I just want to showcase this off. So the first time I played this game, I thought I was going to be racing against a chicken, and this dude comes out of nowhere. Komodo Joe. I will say, first time I played this, I thought I was racing against a chicken. I'm not even joking. I thought that was a chicken. Anyways, load time, load screen, pack time. I almost forgot to open up a pack because I was yapping. But all right, let's keep going through these packs. I'm gonna have to go a little bit faster on this one because I opened it a little too late. So we got Ajo Customon and a Bootamon. Okay. I did not get the boost there. Okay. Also, I think that's one thing I completely overmissed, or like kind of passed by. But at the beginning of the game, at the beginning of the race, we can get like the countdown, like 3, 2, 1. And it's not like Mario Kart where you have to like hold it after 2, and I fell off. All right, another $1, so that's 5 fall offs. And it's not like you hold down the go button on 2 and then you go. You just basically have to time your kind of like, I wouldn't say flame, but the moment you hit A to basically match up with when the green button shows, or when the green light shows up. And the best way I have found the timing for that is just to tap the accelerate button every time. Ooh, that was weird. Every time you hear like one of the beeps go off. So if you see like whenever one of the lights come on, you will see me pressing that accelerate button, so that I can time it perfectly with the final, like the 3, or the I guess the 4th light, because there's 4 lights. That's basically how you get the boost at the beginning. There's no other way to get the boost, because if you try and time it with like the 2, you just won't get any boost at all. So that's the only kind of big difference from like Mario Kart, I would say. Like, obviously, of course, like the drifting mechanic is a lot different from the game as well, from compared to Mario Kart. But I will say, if you're looking for like a more like tech heavy kart racer than Mario Kart, by all means, please come to Crash Team Racing. This game's tech is honestly, this game has been the like most exciting kart racer that I've played. So I'll just put it at that. It's very fun. Not gonna open the pack yet because we have to skip this cutscene. And now that we've skipped the cutscene, pack time! God, there are so many load screens. And again, Sonic 06 level of load times. All right. Some commons. Nothing too special so far. A Thomas H. Norris and a Dianamon. All right. Not too shabby so far with the... Again, we have not gotten a major hit, but that's fine. And I don't know why it always does that, but whenever I come into Vortex Labs, it always just goes, nuh-uh. So, we're on to the final world of the game. So, we got 4, 5, 6 races left. And now, pack time. We have 6 races left. 4 of them are going to be regular races, and then it's going to be 6, and then 2 boss fights after. So 6 races. So if you were having fun during this run, and you have been tempted to donate, by all means, go ahead and donate. Flaremon and a Ghoulmon. So, yep, again, dang, all the hits are at the very bottom of this box. That's kind of crazy, actually, that we have not gotten like a super big hit. And I am running somewhat low on packs. So, all right, this track is gonna be probably the most technical, one of the most technical tracks, at least for me personally, as we have all these dash pads here. We're gonna be getting the blue flame here. If I do everything correctly, I will hold on to the blue flame, and we get another blue flame here. If I do everything correctly, we should keep the blue flame for very long, and I bounce into the wall. All right, well, all right, that was attempt 1 at that. So we're gonna try and go for the second attempt later. Oh, and I messed that up. Okay, but yeah. So I want to try and hold that blue flame for as long as I can. It's very tight, as we mentioned earlier. I kind of have to keep the drift going. And when it comes to like making sharp turns and stuff like that, sometimes I can't make it. And as you saw right there, it just kind of dropped, even though I was still drifting. I think it's just because I might be a little late or just not holding the drift enough. But yeah, I'm not doing as good as I'd like on this track so far. But that was only lap 1. There's more laps to be held. So, okay. All right. All right. Okay. We're holding the blue. We held the blue flame a lot longer this time, so I will take that us holding the blue flame a lot longer over not holding it at all. So now, okay, that was a really tight turn. I probably should not have made. Probably should have fallen off there, but all right. Blue flame. And I'm gonna lose it instantly because I'm gonna hit that wall. Yeah. I knew I was gonna hit the wall. So, okay. We have one more chance to hold the blue flame for pretty much the entire race, if I can. If I can't, that's completely fine. It's no biggie. We've honestly had a pretty good engine. Okay, never mind. All right, I'm gonna count that as a fall. And that, unfortunately, that's just CPUs putting stuff down. So another $1 for community.
Unfortunate that the green of the Nitro really blends in with the green of the boost pads, and sometimes they don't even have an AI to consciously do that, but when they do, it sucks.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate. And I noticed it was there, but because of the line I was taking, I just actually could not avoid it. So, and on top of that too, if I'm not mistaken, there was also a Nitro box on the other side as well too. So they had one at the jump pad and also another one right there waiting for me to land. So it was just unfortunate after unfortunate. I was going to hit one regardless. So that's just kart racers in a nutshell. So next pack. Unfortunate that happened, but really funny it did. All right. Just, again, a bunch of commons so far. Nothing too special. On to the last. We got another Calvis Angelmon and a Kyo Sawashiro, which, again, nothing too special out of that pack. Except that the last card, this Tamer card. I don't think it's used yet, but it might be used in the future. And because it'll be used in the future, it might be good. So, who knows? All right. So on to the next race here, which is... Oh, no. I'm thinking I'm going wrong order. We have to go down here. That's right. We have to go down this spiral. And into Cortex Castle. And pack time. Man. Again, while I was running and practicing this game, whenever during these load times, it was just so nice to just sit here and just do nothing. Because, again, there's a lot of load times in this game. So, all right. Calvis Angemon again for third pack. And, ooh. Is that the regular? Yeah, this is the alt-art. It is the BL Star Fly Bullet dual option card. The best deck in the format uses this. So, and it is actually her deck that is the best deck. So, all right. On to Crash Castle. Or Cortex Castle, my bad. So you're gonna see a big kind of occurring theme in these levels, which is they will give you boost pads like it's nobody's business. They really were like, all right, we're gonna make sure that you can go as fast as you can. All right, nice. As fast as you can, and we're gonna make it so that you can get boost pads literally everywhere. So as you can see, there's another boost pad here. It's kind of out of the way. I try to get it. And the thing about the boost pads is like, you don't, at least from like what I have noticed. No, I'm not gonna make that jump. I do not have enough speed for that jump, unfortunately. There's a jump there that we can make if we have enough speed, but I did not, unfortunately. But anyways, as I was saying, oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the boost pads. Hold on. That was actually the farthest I've held a blue flame here in this track, so that was actually really hype. Anyways, as I was saying, the boost pads, the way it works is like, even if you like get like just the corner of it, like how I just did right there, you will get the speed boost for it. You don't actually have to like be on it all the way, but as long as you're just like sitting on it, or like even if you just like, if your cart just barely touches it, as you can see right there, I barely touch the corner and I get the speed boost. You are gonna get the speed pad boost from it. So I think, oh, I was too far. Okay. Another $1 for community, so that's $6 if I'm not mistaken. So we're at $6 right now for community and Speedromizer. If anybody want to match me, if anybody wants to match with me, by all means, we are at $6. I definitely should have lost my blue flame earlier when I barely hit the wall, but I guess not, and I then just lost it right after. So just jinxing myself all over the place. It's fine. Also, I think we didn't really talk on it much, but I guess I will right now while I'm finishing this up. Probably wondering why I picked Spyro as the hero, or why I even picked Spyro in general when I could have probably picked another character. And that's for two reasons. One, Heroes won the donation incentive, which thank you everybody who donated for that. Second, it really doesn't matter who you play, I'm gonna be honest. At least when it comes to like character wise, you can, because since every character now, nice, we made it. Since every character can be either a speed, a drifting, a balance type, or anything like that, you can pretty much just pick whoever you want and change it to that engine type. And we got the blue flame at the very end. So very nice. So on to the next pack here. And I actually might not be able to get through all these packs because of all the load screens. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe we can get through all of them. And maybe I did my math wrong. Who knows? But I'm coming to the very bottom of the box right now. And we have a Shutmon and a Monarch Lizardmon dual option card. Second best deck in the game uses that. And actually, this will be going to a friend who actually is needing for it. So, and if he's watching the stream, it is yours. And if he's not, I'm going to riot and tell him he should have watched because I pulled it for him.
Congratulations.
But all right, on to the final. No, we need 16. Yeah, so okay, 2 more races, my bad. Ren, Hot Air, Skyway, and it's probably the worst track for me personally. This is where all my money will go, where I will lose a lot of money for every time I fall off, and I have to do this track twice. This pack is not wanting to open. I'm unfortunately, because of how much time it's taking to open this pack, I'm just gonna skip to the rares because again we are behind, we're running a bit behind. Tankdramon and a Kazuki and Itsuki. Again, I was just scared I wasn't gonna be able to make it, and I barely did. So, all right. So we're in the sky, and unfortunately, we can fall off at any given moment here. Because like they have some borders around the stage, but we can just straight up just fall off. And I have at least fallen off once per lap every time I do this track. So, all right, we're getting a blue flame here. I'm gonna try it, and I lost it instantly. Okay, unironically, me losing the blue flame there, kind of nice. Because if I didn't lose it, I would keep it here, and I would most likely fall off. So, sucks that I didn't keep it, but I'm not gonna fall off. But also sucks because I won't be able to donate money to community, which is what everybody should be doing. If you are loving what we're doing here, donating for community is the best thing that somebody can do. So real quick, we're gonna, okay, I kind kind of made that cut. The proper way we're supposed to do it is that we're actually supposed to look. We're supposed to basically do like the entire break turn to not bonk into that wall. However, I have only done it bonkless once out of the many attempts I have tried at this. I don't know why. It has only been once, but I mean, I will take the one time. So maybe we can make some Speedromizer magic and make it happen again. Okay, I'm keeping the blue flame. Okay, we lost it. Okay, cool. We lost it before the big this big turn here because I usually will just fall off because I have blue flame here. But that's fine if I don't have it here. All right, more of kind of the same stuff here. I think what's actually gonna be crazy is if I don't fall off at all when I literally said I fall off a bunch in this one. Would actually be kind of nutty. So that's so funny that happened like that. Because I've had it where I've almost made it like that, and it just is like, you can clip through the wall, whatever. But this time, I just didn't clip through it, and I just fell through. So that is a fall, I guess, unfortunately, because it did just kind of put me back on the stage. So another $1 for community. So we're at $7 raised for community. So on to the final lap here. And let's see how far I can keep this blue flame this time. Okay, a lot longer. That's pretty solid. I will say, top runners will keep the blue flame for the entire track. I have tried to do it before. I'm not skilled enough, unfortunately. But even if you're not skilled enough at this game to do it, you can still do this run. It's so fun to make. So fun to do. So, okay, we were 2 for 3 on that. So another 66.6% repeating, I guess. There is so much right there. That was crazy that everything was right there. I'd rather take the TNT box than the potion on the floor. So, all right. On to our last few packs here. We're hoping for some bangers. Come on. Come on, let's hit big here. Let's hit big. Come on. Come on now. A Bootmon and a Shutmon. Wow. Both the good and the bad guys for the apps. So that's funny. Okay. So I have... Hold on, I'm trying to do the math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a total of 8 packs left, and I am not hitting that A button. Lol. I have a total of 8 packs left. If I will ask at the end of the run, but if I have enough time, I would still like to finish opening the box because I definitely did do my math wrong on how many load screens I had to wait to do to open the full box. So, Oxide Station. We're gonna go ahead, open this. Come on, pack. Be nice to me. I think I saw something. I think. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm going to have to speed through this a little bit. A Dan Yuki and... Yep, I was... Yeah, I never mind. The Ulta, nothing, unfortunately. That Dan Yuki, though, is pretty solid. All right. On to the last race before we have to do the 2 boss fights. And this is actually the final track that we'll also be racing on as well. So the last track that we just did will be one of the final tracks we do. It'll be the second to last one, the one that we just did, the Sky. I'm just gonna call it Skypea because I'm One Piece brain right now. But we just basically did that Sky bridge place, and now we're here in a space station. And again, like I said, the space station will be the last track we do here. So now we're gonna do a final jump, drift, and we're gonna get a blue flame here. So the goal is to maintain it, but I instantly bonked, so that's okay. It's not that big of a deal, but we still are going to keep a lot of the flame right now. That was pretty fast. Okay, cool. I'm okay with that. Also, I think I've been really happy with how this run has gone so far. I have fallen off a few times, yes, but not as many as like as much as I wanted to do. So, or as much as I have in like previous runs. So you know what? I'm really happy with this run. This run has been going pretty good so far. There's really nothing too crucial to talk about. If my commentator wants to give any, or person on the couch commentary, yeah, if I couldn't think of the word to say, my bad. But if you want to give any shout outs, now is kind of the perfect time for sure.
Well, give a shout out to the Speedromizer community for putting together a fun and creative event like this. Also like to give a shout out to all my friends and family who hopefully are watching, but even if they can't make it, I'm still going to give them a shout out anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we love our friends and family who always support us. Even if they can't make it, we always love to give them a shout out. So. Okay, I kept Blue Flame a lot longer that time. That's really good. And yeah, so with that being said, with all our shout outs kind of being done, DJ, if you got any announcements, now is the time.
Oh, 1 sec. Something's coming.
Ooh. Well, DJ is figuring that out. I am, yeah, this, again, I've been very grateful to have run this game. Thank you for submitting this game, by the way, man. This game has been so fun to learn, and honestly, I've always been wanting to pick up, like, just pick it up in general, like, just buy the game so I could have it in my library. And I was given the opportunity with the Speedromizer, and honestly, it's been so fun. If you are interested in an experience like this, please come to the Discord and the Speedromizer Discord, and definitely be hyped, because you can sometimes get this, or you can get how we had the run before, which was Thomas and Friends. So it can vary on runs. So next pack here we go, and I'm opening it from the wrong side. LOL. Alrighty. On to the last few packs here. A Talisman again, and an Asuna, an $8 card, even though it is just a UR. It's crazy, but we did pull one, and I'm pretty sure a friend is looking for it, so we take those. So on to the second to last race here. So we're going to be coming up on time soonish. Not yet, but the final, I'll bring it up. But we're going to do Pinstripes Challenge. Open up a pack, and after we open up the pack, we're basically going to be doing the same thing that we just did 2 races ago, which was just kind of not fall off. LOL. But yeah, once I open up this last pack, DJ, if you want to, or once we get into the race, if DJ's got that announcement to go, we sure can. And I got a Monica Simmons about that. So, DJ, to you, if you have anything to say.
So, while we don't have anything to read, we do have a question in chat from George asking, what's the wildest card you could pull from the booster box?
Okay, so the wildest card, which I don't... So, the thing is, the likelihood of me hitting it is pretty hard. I don't think I'll ever hit it. But it is the... fell off, that's funny. So another $1 for Speedromizer, so $8. Is the SP BL Starmon, if I'm not mistaken. If there's somebody in the chat that knows Digimon, or one of my friends is watching and knows Digimon, they can correct me on that. But that card from the booster box, or from this set, is, I believe, has only gone up in price. I believe it is that's another $1 for Speedromizer, that's $9. Is $800, I think, $900. It is a very expensive card, because it is the it's the best card in the format right now, and and since the best card in the format, the best deck, it obviously means that it's also the best deck. So because of that, it is very, very, very expensive. But again, that's off the top of my mind, I believe that's the most expensive one. I could be wrong. Again, if any of my Digimon friends are watching and want to correct me on that, by all means, please do. But if I'm not mistaken, oh my god, I barely made that turn. No, okay, another $1 for Speedromizer. We're at 10. That is the most expensive card. Is an $800 card of an SP of actually the card that we pulled earlier of the dual option of the BL Star. So okay, I pulled the regular.
So it's just extra paycheck money, not I own a house now money.
Yeah, it is just extra paycheck money, if I'm gonna be real. And honestly, if I get that, I'm gonna be so happy because I will not only be moving it instantly, moving in the sense of selling it, but I'm also gonna be picking up some cards to bling out my deck that I have, which I'm very close to actually max blinging out. But it would also be nice to have the extra money too. So, but yeah, Digimon thankfully is not like Pokemon. At least like in the most recent sets, there's a lot of cards in older sets that are worth thousands upon thousands of dollars. I'm pretty sure one of my friends who plays one of his decks, I believe he told me that the price of his deck list was in the thousands. and it's because he has max rarity everything, and I fell off lovely. $11 to Speedromizer. So, but yeah, that is just the most expensive card in the set. So we're gonna try and make this final jump. Okay, didn't make it. That's fine. And yeah, so and once again, actually, after this, if there's any more questions in the chat or anything, by all means, because it's just the same race that we just did literally minutes ago. So load time, pack, and while I'm opening the pack, I gotta skip this cutscene. And by all means, go ahead, DJ, if you got anything for me.
So I've played Magic, I've played Yu-Gi-Oh, I've played Pokemon, I've played them all. Tried playing Dragon Ball Z, didn't work. Don't understand One Piece. So obviously there's cards like Black Lotus and like a first edition Blue Eyes White Dragon that's worth like $12 billion. What's the equivalent of that for Digimon?
Probably right now, I believe it's an Omnimon X antibody, if I'm not mistaken. Full art, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm not really sure, and actually we have 3 extra packs. So if I'm given the time, wow, he placed that right on top of me. That's so unlucky. Okay, actually I will say there's one quick thing. He gets a head start. He goes before the actual race starts for me. So he gets a little bit of a head start. And this has been really this has been so brutal. Oh my god. This has never happened. Okay, we might be back here because we have to do it again. Oh, he fell off the track. Okay, never mind. We're good. Okay. But yeah, he basically just he starts the race off and he drops every single item imaginable. But if we can get ahead of him, we're pretty much set for the entire run, or for the entire rest of the race. And since we have made it ahead, we don't have to worry about it anymore. So, but if I'm not as I was saying, I believe if somebody in chat is more knowledgeable and wants to look it up, they can. But I believe it's an Omnimon of some kind. I know it's an Omnimon for sure, because Omnimon is like kind of like the poster child for Digimon, along with like Agumon, Greymon, and like all those like well-known cards or well-known Digimon. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's an Omnimon X antibody full art from an older set. I definitely could be wrong, but from all the cards and listings I've seen, that's probably the most expensive one. And the thing is, it's not even that like it's broken or like it's like a card that like needs to get limited to one. It's just that the card art, it was not only so hard to pull, and not only did they not print out a lot of that set, so it's harder to actually find it. But it's just a really cool card art, and again, doesn't really do much to change the didn't change the format too much to the point where like it needed to be banned or limited to one card per deck allowed if you ran it. So that is the answer to that question there. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Maybe there's like a more expensive card that I just don't know about, because to be fair, I am relatively new to Digimon. At least the TCG. I've always been a long-term Digimon fan, but when it comes to TCG, yeah, it's been a minute. And I will say time is coming up soon. On the moment I cross that finish lap, it will be time. So yeah, we're coming up on the last lap, and it's been fun. I've had a blast here, and like I said, if I'm given the time, I will definitely be opening up these last few packs because the last few packs, if I'm not mistaken, have literally the hits that we're missing. So, but yeah, that's all for me. If you got anything else you want to add in right now before we call time, now's the perfect time.
So I did look up most valuable Digimon card in existence, and it's an AI result, so take it with a grain of salt. According to this, it's a Tyrannomon gold stamped preview card from 2000, going upwards of $78,500.
Yeah, that checks out for like the older TCG, modern TCG right now, because they stopped making the Digimon TCG. And hold up, time is coming up, and time. GG's. But yeah, for older Digimon, yeah, that checks out for sure. So I'm gonna let the credits roll. What was my final time out of pure curiosity?
Yep, I'm looking on the actual. Oh, there you go.
Okay, that wasn't horrible. I'll take it.
Yeah,
so
121.48.
Oh, 121. I heard that as 128. Oh, 121. I think that might be PB. Hold on, let me look at, because I uploaded my latest run, or like my last run to my YouTube privately. Let me see what the final time was there, because if I'm gonna be honest, it's probably really close actually. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. I'm getting to that video and just gonna skip to the end. Okay, hold on. Full screening this. Come on, play. What was it again? 121 what?
121.48.
I was off by 21 seconds. My bet was 121.29. But hey, I'm happy with that. If I didn't fall off a few, I definitely would made PB. So now, question, do I have enough time to finish opening up these last 3 packs?
That would be a word question. Check.
Yep, it'll be super quick. If anything, I will just show the holos here, the rare pulls, so we're not gonna...
Just show the hits.
Yep. That's a hit for sure. The full art Monarch Lizardmon that's going for 40 bucks, 50 bucks. Nice.
Let's go.
That is the third one I have pulled myself. That's actually kind of crazy. Nothing too important from this from the second to last pack. And now the last pack magic. Let's see. Nothing. Wow. Okay, never mind. I guess the last hit was just in this one, I guess. But yeah, those are the big major hits are these 4 cards here. Yeah, the BL Star, the Shine Gray, and then 2 Monarch Lizard, 1 regular, 1 alt art. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you for stopping by and watching the stream. Thank you for letting me open up these packs and even finishing up opening them. This has been a blast. And stay tuned for the next run. And please donate, as we want to. I believe in chat we can hit that 2K milestone. Don't you, DJ?
I absolutely believe so. And if you're looking to if you're going to donate, please put your donations towards the Klonoa 2 task. You want to see that. I want to see that. Eros wants to see that. George wants to see that. Virtual QSO wants to see that.
and I will be there to showcase the task as well too. So it's not that not only I want to see it, but I'm going to be there to be having it go off. So trust me, this task is a task you don't want to miss at all.
Absolutely. And with that, we will be right back with more Speedromizer goodness. Ew. Hello. Hello, Speedromizer community. Welcome back. Welcome back to Speedromizer 9, the marathon where what you submit is not what you run. Now, that was a truly wild run. And speaking of wild things, surprisingly, it's not a wild animal racing segue. We have Hollow Knight Randomizer coming up by the legendary runner Magius. However, my time on the mic has come to an end. But we have a lot of legends that are on this show, and they don't come any more legendarier than Cydia. My friend, take it away.
Thank you so much. All right, it's time for my penultimate hosting shift, and definitely one that I wasn't prepared for happening right this instance. I had somehow gotten it into my head that it would start past, so I was in the kitchen cooking some pasta, like, I should get ready pretty soon, and then I noticed a bunch of pings, and holy moly, I got set up really quickly all of a sudden. But we're here, we made it, and let's enjoy these next 2 hours and a bit together. Before I introduce the next run, I'd like to take a look at a few of the incentives that have not been met yet. First of all, and this is a big one, for the final day of the event, we have the possibility of getting an extra run, and it is an any % TAS of Klonoa 2 Dream Champion Tournament. So I know you all want to see more Speedromizers, so definitely remember to put your donations towards that. We're right now sitting at $25 out of a goal of 300, so there's a little way to go, but I'm sure we will make it pretty comfortably, because I know y'all are really generous. And another incentive, or rather a bid war we have going on, is for Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing, where you can put your donations towards choosing the character. And I have to say, right now, it's not a close race at all. In fact, only one of the 3 options has gotten any love, which is Big the Cat. Now, you could also get Ryu Hasuki or Shadow the Hedgehog. Just saying, you might want to give that cat some competition. But anyway,